What's up, everyone? This is Goldilocks, former TNA backstage interviewer, manager, and you're listening to TNA Cross the Line podcast. Thanks for being here.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 241 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I am Bob Colling Jr. With me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. Dallas, we are 2 weeks away from Victory Road, and we are 2 days past the 4th of July. So there are going to be fireworks on this episode, residue fireworks, because we have a major tag team main event. The newly crowned, reinstated NWA World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Jarrett is teaming up with Scott Steiner to take on the team of Christian Cage and Sting. Now, as we've noted in the weeks prior, Cage has been acting a little bit more heelish, maybe a little bit more of a douche, a little bit, with his words.
Little douche?
Little douche. You know, he's always kind of dressed up like a douche, but not necessarily acting like a douche. But he's acting like a little bit of a douche. So it will be interesting to see the interaction here with Cage and Sting as a unit, because at Victory Road, as we know, there is a number one contender four-way that Cage and Sting are involved in, along with Scott Steiner and Samoa Joe.
It's a pretty big match.
It is. Before it was announced Samoa Joe was still the X Division champion. That is no longer the case, because the Impact after Slammiversary, Senshi won that title when he defeated Sonjay Dutt and Samoa Joe in a triple threat, but he pinned Sonjay Dutt because, of course, we're not going to pin Samoa Joe yet. With that development, does it change the mindset here that Samoa Joe is not going to win the number one contenders match? Is it? I believe before we were like, Christian probably should win it just to get the rematch with Jarrett, since he didn't get pinned at Slammiversary, and they didn't have a second match after Against All Odds. So you could go that route. You don't want to go Sting if it's at the next pay-per-view in August. Why would you do it in August? That doesn't make any sense. And certainly not going to do Scott Steiner because it's his pal. But do we throw in Joe? And if we do throw in Joe, does Jarrett have the ego enough to beat Joe?
I do think he does.
Yeah, he would find a reason for it.
He would find a reason, or it'd be the most fucking overbooked match and finish you could imagine. We've seen a lot.
If they did Jarrett and Joe for the title, and Jarrett, they were like, Jarrett needs to stay the champion, it would be one of those, I guess, rare instances where there's like a DQ.
Yeah.
But in the NWA rules, if you get DQ'd, you lose the title.
Well, unless Joe got himself DQ'd in some way.
Joe, right.
Maybe he lost his temper. He got really mad.
Yep.
I don't know. Could be something. Maybe he tried to cheat and the ref accidentally saw him and he didn't realize that he was going to be seen.
You know what I would have done, or what I would do, is I'd have Joe choke him out, right, but then not let go of the hold, and Earl Hebner.
Oh.
Disqualified.
Because he won't let it go.
He won't let go. So
that could definitely work.
The crowd would fucking hate that.
Oh, they'd be so mad, dude.
Are you fucking shitting me?
As if Jarrett needs any more heel heat.
Oh yeah.
I think we're in a very interesting place. I was just thinking too when we were just mentioning the Senshi winning the X Division title, in hindsight, I don't know if I ever realized that Samoa Joe like has lost and gained the X Division title during this undefeated streak. What, twice now? I don't know if I ever realized. I thought he kind of just had it. So they've worked around it almost too good because it's kind of wild to think like he's undefeated, but he has technically lost the X Division title twice.
Yeah, but I mean, not directly. He hasn't been directly.
Well, right. Well, right. But I don't know, just the idea that he's able to get it and lose it without actually losing it, I think it's booked well. I still think that good.
I think it's a kind. I mean, I get why they're doing it, but I don't know. I kind of feel I don't like annoyed is not the right word. It's just kind of like start and go because like when he lost the belt at Destination X, right? Because that's when Daniels won it in the Ultimate.
That sounds right, yeah.
So when that happens, because in that lockdown he fights Sabu, Samoa Joe does,
right?
And you're kind of thinking, all right, so we're gonna like veer away from that. We're gonna maybe try, to get him going in more of the main event scene or heavyweight scene, however you want to call it. And then that the primetime special, we're just gonna put the belt right back on him. It's just it's like redundant. It's like, okay, so he's gonna dominate a division that he's been dominating for 10 months. Like,
right.
We can't just, try something else. Now that something else is a little different because the heavyweight division, I mean, it's freshened up his opponents. Right. But I mean, match quality would probably be impacted by that. It's more likely that he'll have, if he has any kind of like weakness or anything or something he's not good at, could be maybe shown. Now, as coming from a guy who's watched a decent amount of Ring of Honor and AEW and WWE, wherever Joe's gone, spoiler alert, Samoa Joe's pretty fucking good no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
So I don't know. It kind of felt like they wanted to maybe do something and they're just like, it's not right. So they went back for whatever reason. He held the belt for 2 months. And they're like, okay, maybe now it's time to do it.
Right.
So I don't know.
Well, we're certainly trying to elevate him now. I don't even know. I mean, I don't know. Does he win it back again anytime soon? I don't know if he really does. I don't know. I guess we'll find out as it plays, but
I don't think so. Now, because I've talked to you off the air. I'm still doing written reviews of Impact, and I have made it up to Lockdown 08. The Impacts leading up to Lockdown 08, because I don't do the pay-per-views because I've had other people do that for me. So I can.
Right.
Now, by the time we get to that on this podcast, I'm going to have forgotten pretty much anything that I've reviewed. In large part because at that point there's so much shit going on in those shows that you're going to have to watch them twice anyway to really kind of understand what is going on.
Right.
But I can certainly tell you that up till April of 2008, no, he's not regained the X Division Championship.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of surprised about it, but at the same time, I think we've finally gotten to the point where we're trying to elevate him. We're actually trying to elevate him. It's not like the fake outs where like he's gonna fight someone who's not in the X Division. Oh, it's Sabu, who kind of is still could be considered an X Division guy, like that style.
Right.
So I think we finally have gotten to the point where he's going to be elevated.
Yeah, and what's also kind of interesting with this apparent elevation, the timing of doing it. Jarrett's your champion. Joe is a fresh babyface, whatever. But you have Sting, this major investment, a legend, an icon, that everybody would think is going to be the guy to dethrone Jarrett, especially at this point.
It's a weird place. I still feel like the money's going to be Jarrett staying at Bound for Glory.
That's what I would think.
I would have to assume. But like I don't want them to like waste Joe before that. That's what I'm worried about. And we have too long in between now and then, and like unfortunately, not a very deep main event scene right now.
No, and that's another thing. I was really on the well. So Jarrett, he really only has what Sting and Christian, and I guess
I
Joe
mean, yeah.
if he's a full-fledged babyface. But you're really wanting to avoid that.
And I feel like you could like do something with Steiner maybe, but like I feel like that's just not the move right now.
No, and then with like guys like AJ and Daniels, they are so entrenched in a tag team scene.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like I think we've really enjoyed them in that role.
I mean, they're trying to.
AMW.
I feel like they're trying to build up Monty Brown again, but I feel like that's just not going to go anywhere, as it has in the past. As they keep trying and pretending that they're going to do something, and then they just don't do it. I mean, you got Kevin Nash, but he's in the X Division, man. He's trying to take over. It's just not going to work out that way either. I don't know. It's a very weird situation we're in, and I think it's going to be very interesting as we move forward here.
And the thing too with Monty Brown is, I thoroughly enjoy him as a babyface. His promos don't come across as heelish. They come across as entertaining and like, yeah, I want that guy to wreck people.
Right.
But for some reason, they are obsessed with him as a heel right now. We didn't even think of Rhino, by the way, for
there you go.
A challenger there. So that shows you how far and how quick he.
Well, okay. If you really want to like start naming things that they could pretend, it's like you could do Rhino. Technically, Raven was just in the King of the Mountain. Ron Killings. So like, they're gonna pretend that their main event scene is strong, but unfortunately, a lot of those guys just are not at that level anymore.
No, you're absolutely right.
I know it's gonna be very interesting as we go forward, but we will. We're gonna keep finding out here, and it's gonna be very interesting as we get to and pass Victory Road. Let's do a quick rundown on the card from last week, and then we'll dive into some news and notes. So on the June 29th, 2006 episode of Impact, we saw Team Canada's Eric Young and Petey Williams defeat Chris Sabin and Jay Lethal in 9 minutes and 58 seconds, which is pretty crazy. That's a long one for Impact. Then Monty Brown, the alpha male, he was in action against Norman Smiley in 1 minute and 35 seconds. And then in the main event, there's a no disqualification tag team match where Team 3D defeated America's Most Wanted in 9 minutes and 18 seconds.
Yeah, and now again, what's crazy about that is that Team 3D never beat them for the tag titles, even though they did technically one time. And the referee was like, "No."
Right. Yeah, it's pretty wild. That episode of Impact, by the way, did a 1.1 rating. Dave says that he has more notes on it on our next week's show, so we'll talk probably more in depth about the breakdown. But he says this is the final show of the UFC lead-in as the new sitcom starts on July 6th. Still, holding at that level is a positive because it was unleashed, which is all fights and no soap opera like Ultimate Fighter in the lead-in time slot. So, just a good rating regardless. And kind of continuing on with our ratings talk here, he says, showing that people are creatures of habit. This is the breakdown from the June 22nd Spike Night. So, the first episode of Ultimate Fighter, a rerun of the 10 to 11 p.m. show the prior week, did a 0.87. It started at the same level as Unleashed, usually starts at, but faded as a rerun. However, the second episode did a 1.18 for another run and grew the entire hour. Most likely, a lot of people tuned out at 11 p.m. the week before, figuring that wrestling was on. So this was a new episode because there is no logical reason why the rating should have increased here. Now, TNA had its usual rating pattern, opening at 1.16 for the Jim Cornette promo. The positive is that it only fell to a 1.07 for the Daniel Styles versus David Young and Neil Skipper match, and the Brown squash, with Conan attempting to recruit Monty Brown. The next quarter composed of Conan trying to recruit killings and the Team 3D versus James Gang, Your Mama angle. It should say Yo Mama, not Your Mama. But,
Your
angle,
mama.
He's Your Mama. The angle did a 1.08. So they actually went up during a period. They usually fall. Joe versus Dutt versus Senshi for the X Division title did a 1.01, closing the show historically. And I don't know why this is. An Ultimate Fighter replay audience will stay with TNA far better than an Ultimate Fighter first run audience. Pretty interesting.
So he's saying that they're going to be able to keep their audience better than the UFC would?
Well, I feel like it's just that since the rerun is doing better, that I don't know. I don't know if I think they're going to be better necessarily, but it's just kind of an interesting pattern.
We don't know any of UFC's ratings, do we?
I don't have any written down. I mean, he mentioned a few of them right here, but normally I don't write those down.
Okay, because I'm curious how many people tune out from UFC.
I know we've definitely talked about that in the past. I just don't have anything right up with me.
I didn't know if maybe anything like adjusted, changed.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like yet. I think this show that we're about to watch today is going to be an interesting thing because we have that weird sitcom, the Beverly Hillbillies or whatever the heck it is. And that's what's starting now. So we're going to see if that really affects us or not. I'm really curious.
Man.
There's only one way to find out.
Is that why they did the tag match?
Oh, yeah, I bet you it is.
Try to do it strong.
Yeah, that'll do it. That would do it. I'm just going to keep going right down my list here. There's some pretty interesting stuff. So, interestingly enough, Bob, the contracts for both Austin Aries and Roderick Strong have just expired. So they've been suspended. We haven't seen these guys in a while. Strong decided against signing a new deal, so he's done completely. Now, Austin Aries may or may not have signed a new deal at press time, but had indicated to everyone that he was signing, and he's on his way back to work in the X Division. So Aries did find out this past week that he's got a torn ACL, and has likely had it for as long as a year. He's going to continue working on it, and will eventually need surgery.
Oh my God! Aries has a torn ACL and has had one for a year.
Yeah, and he's going to keep working on it. So it must not be that bad. Yeah.
What in the world?
Yeah, so I think our time of seeing Roderick Strong in TNA is like done. I don't know if we ever see him again.
Which sucks. I mean, Roderick Strong is, especially around this time, criminally underrated.
Oh yeah, I like Roddy.
He's had some absolute incredible Ring of Honor matches at this point, and certainly after this point, he has just incredible matches. So
right.
All right. So for a year, we're saying roughly he's had a torn ACL.
Yeah, likely had it.
So let's see. So we're in what? Let's say July. So he's worked some ridiculous matches. I don't even know when he would have taken time off for that. I mean, looking at Cage Match, okay, and not deep diving into it, but there's a thing here that says matches per year and month. Now, typically with a torn ACL, you can't do nothing for like 9 to 12 months. Okay.
Maybe it was just a little mini one.
There is nothing on here where he doesn't have at least one match. The longest stretch of time and where he doesn't wrestle is 2020, and that was a pandemic year. So yeah. unless he waited 14 years
and then got it fixed,
then I don't know.
Oh my God, that'd be wild.
He took May of 2007 off.
Okay.
I don't think a torn ACL heals in a month.
No, probably not.
Yeah. Maybe
Wow.
he doesn't have a torn ACL. I don't know.
It could be. Yeah, it could be.
Could just be inaccurate diagnosis. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out in the coming weeks.
Right.
But you know what? The good thing with Austin Aries is that of the two, he does have more of a personality than Roddy.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
He'll probably be able to do maybe a few more things then.
Right. Interestingly enough, we have more contract talk. Actually, the next two notes are kind of all about contracts in a way. Rhino made some radio comments this past week about staying with TNA when he was offered a WWE contract since his contract was expiring. He said that he was asked about joining ECW. He asked WWE if there would be a dress code, and when he told there would be, he made the decision to stay with TNA.
Are you? Wow, dude, wait.
Yeah.
You're telling me that a dress code was the deal breaker?
Yeah. So he says, he said the ECW is an ECW without Sandman and a T-shirt with a snot rag hanging out of his back pocket. He said that TNA gives wrestlers a chance to go out and do the best matches they can, no matter their spot on the show. And then he says WWE doesn't allow that. He said WWE hates you play dress up even when you aren't on camera. And I think he doesn't like that.
Okay. A dress code doesn't bother me. The dress code presumably would be for them to present themselves as stars. If you want to look good, you want to dress nice, you want to look like a respectable performer, I guess. Sandman coming in wearing jeans and having a snot rag in the back pocket probably isn't going to make the company look, top notch.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of see, but if you're doing like media appearances and stuff like that, I understand. This kind of reminds me of when all of a sudden that TNA here, they were like, we want everyone to look nicer, and then all of a sudden AJ Styles is coming out with button-up shirts.
Oh yeah.
Like we saw that we saw it happen, but it was more we saw it happen on camera. Yeah. More specifically. So I don't know. It's pretty interesting though. That of all things, it was the dress code. He tries to sway it to be like, well, they let us have the best matches we can in TNA. Which I do believe that's actually probably pretty accurate. Like in WWE, it's definitely more confined of what you could do.
Yeah, no, that's right. But let's say like I don't know what the minimum salary is for WWE at this point, but let's say it's $150,000. Like that's the downside guarantee, and you make all your money on pay-per-views and house shows, whatever. If they were like, hey Bob, we'll give you $150,000 with the potential to earn a lot more than that on pay-per-views and house shows, whatever. ECW brand, just there's a dress code. You got to wear fucking a nice shirt and dress pants and whatever. I'd be like,
sign me up. Sign me up.
I'm in. If Rhino is like, nah, dude, because of that, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Speaking of contracts, Team 3D's contracts are actually expiring in the next few months. Dave thinks October. Makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, about a year.
That's a year.
He said it's not 100% how that is going to play out. Now, I think this is absolutely fascinating, this next sentence. They do have some leverage in that they would be a major acquisition for WWE right now, but there sure, on the surface, seems to be bad blood in that direction. Now, I think if anyone remembers, when they left WWE and came to TNA, they weren't really on TV for like a year.
Literally, yeah.
So the fact that they would be a major acquisition for WWE now, I think is hilarious to think about. I think it's safe to say that is not going to happen.
No. And I don't care about bad blood or anything. If WWE approached Team 3D like, hey, you want to come back? I think they'd go back in a heartbeat. I really do. I think they would be like, we're back. I think if WWE did that, within 3 months they'd be like, oh, they're fucking played out again. What do we do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the act gets so stale so quick.
Mm-hmm.
And here in TNA, they have dragged out them not being the tag team champions far longer than I ever thought they could do.
Right.
Because once they become the tag team champions, there's literally nothing else you can do with them as a tag team. Nothing.
Well, yeah. I mean,
The
we've
whole
already
claim-
seen it.
The whole claim of like they're the first ever ECW, WCW, WWE, now TNA. Like, okay, you've done it, and now what do we do? You know, you chase after it again. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Big whoop.
Can't wait.
Not that I'm a big fan of them anyway, but the fact that
Well, right.
they've held off these tag titles is truly remarkable.
Right. Speaking of contracts, again, a lot of contract talk.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting in a few months what happens as far as the decision by Sting, TNA, and Spike regarding a second year. Because he also, I think, signed on for a year contract.
Yeah, but that's like January. We're only in June.
Well, we got a few months to kind of figure out what's going to happen.
What the fuck?
Dave goes on to say he seems happy from all accounts and was trying to recruit Bill Goldberg, not very successfully, but trying to join him at $500,000 per year. They are not going to make that back in ratings or pay-per-view money due to him, but a loss will be a negative perception issue because no matter how much they push Joe, Sting is still, to the average person and TV viewer, the biggest star on the show.
I think that's right. That's absolutely right.
Yeah, so we'll find out what happens in January. So we literally have 6 more months to figure out what's going to happen with Sting.
It almost feels like as if he signed the contract on January 1, and then on January 2nd, it's like, is he going to resign?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Can we get him for another year?
Spoiler alert, I think we're going to be hearing that same sentence for a long time.
For several years.
Every year for several years. Yeah.
That'd be great. Every 6 months for...
It's ridiculous.
Lord knows how long.
14 years.
Isn't his TNA run technically longer than WCW?
I'm pretty sure it's like a lot longer, isn't it?
So
Are we talking contracted? So what? 06 to when's he leave? Is it like 2014 or something?
25th? Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
It's around that time. I can't remember exactly when.
Let's see here. Career. Okay, so maybe not quite. Because like are we counting like Jim Crockett NWA, or are we saying just WCW?
Well, that's where it gets weird, right?
Because WCW is, I guess, 89 to 2001.
Oh, okay.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's about 12 and a half years.
Okay. Well, that might win then still.
TNA is not 12 and a half years. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Not contracted, right?
Yeah, but even if it's like, at most it'd be 10 for TNA.
Okay, well,
So I guess
WCW wins again.
WCW lives forever.
Of course it does. I got 2 more notes for you, Bob, and then we're going to get into the show, and we have some more to talk about. But Dave notes that he doesn't have any update on pay-per-view numbers other than all indications are that they are remaining at a stable level, but well below the number for final resolution for Sting's return. The company got good news that their first pay-per-view show back in Australia did about 5,000 buys, which is a strong number because they don't even have television there right now. During the weekly pay-per-view era, they would get 1 show per month in Australia, and the numbers started out well, but didn't hold up. The current product is entirely different from that product, of course. Oh, makes sense. And my final note for you is about Conan, whose hip is shockingly nearly without pain. Remember, he recently was supposed to have surgery and all this. So he was about to get hip replacement surgery, which would have cost more than $20,000 after seeing the San Diego Chargers doctor and the doctor in Mexico who had a new method of trying to regrow tissue that saved the career of 2 Olympic skiers and getting no better. So he was talking this past week to Super Astro, who was in tremendous pain and thinking he had to retire and get a knee replacement. When he took his daughter to Mil Mascaras, his doctor, which says that means something in Mexico because, like him or not, and most don't apparently, everyone knows that Mil Mascaras has the best of everything. He specializes in biomechanics, and the doctor saw Astro limping. He fixed his knee. He was raving to Conan about it, and Conan went to see him this weekend. He went through all of Conan's ailments, which included the hip being bone to bone, an inflamed sciatic nerve, and knee problems stemming from the residual effect of walking all wrong to compensate for the hip pain. He realigned his hip, and Conan, who has been in terrible pain for the past 18 months, now people in TNA would tell Dave that it hurt just to see how much pain that he's been in. I left the office with almost no pain. The doctor told him that he had to relearn how to walk properly because of his overcompensation with the walk and limp that he used to make things, ended up making it worse. But the visit costed about $40. So, and apparently he's in no pain. So pretty good stuff for Conan.
We're not going to see him wrestle, do you think?
I don't expect to see him wrestle anytime soon.
Just because, wrestler mindset. My hip's fine. I'm going to wrestle.
Oh,
my hip hurts.
They could squeeze in a tag match because they could work around it. Yeah. If they really, or a 6-man with LAX, because we could work around it. But I don't really expect much of anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that at all.
No.
Unless the end game is a Conan Ron match.
I think that could have some potential. That could maybe work out. But yeah, that's what I got for you, Bob.
Well, you of course will have stuff during the show.
Oh, of course, yeah, we have some stuff there, and I'm trying to look at the explosion stuff right now because honestly, we talked a lot about explosion last week, but now I'm trying to figure out I'll do it in the intro when they probably do the highlight package. But
all right. Well, let's get into the July 6th, 2006 edition of TNA Impact. The approximate runtime for this is 42 minutes and 50 seconds. If you want to watch along with us, head over to the TNA Plus app or find it in your own personal collection. I'm going to count down from 3. When I say play, that is when you're going to want to start the watch along. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
This is TNA, the new face of professional wrestling. Again. Oh shit, we're outside of Sting's locker room with JB. The biggest main event of Impact history tonight. Oh, Christian Cage is here, and he's got some thoughts. He says, every time I've been trying to walk through a door, you're standing here waiting for me, which is funny because he's outside of Sting's locker room.
Right.
Sting and I are partners tonight, but at Victory Road, we're opponents. Okay, here's our highlight package. Okay, so let me talk about some explosion stuff quick. So, at this taping, which airs on, and then this episode of Explosion 144 airs on July 14th. We saw Homicide defeat Shark Boy. Then, on the, July 21st, 2006 edition of Explosion, also from this taping, we see Chris Sabin and Sonjay Dutt defeat P.D. Williams and Senshi. Then on July 28th, 2006, Ron Killings defeated A1. I think some of these are like out of order as far as when they were filmed, because then, let me just double check this before I spew it out. Okay, I don't see it anywhere. But on my notes, there's a dark match that probably airs on Explosion somewhere that says Chris Sabin and Sonjay Dutt defeated Elix Skipper and David Young. So I don't know where that took place, but
Well, it happened at some place at some time at the Impact Zone.
exactly. So we might have even mentioned some of those Explosion notes already. I have no idea because the Explosion with cage match compared to what Dave has reported gets a little funky. But we just finished our official opening to the show. Here we are live in the Impact Zone.
Pay-per-view quality main event.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see about that.
Your 60-minute adrenaline rush, it's next. And SoCal Val, of course, was ringside in her USA attire because it's the 6th of July. We are excited. We're seeing so much fireworks. They're doing a little more than extra. Just kidding. They're always blowing the budget in the beginning of these shows, but
Yeah, they are.
I love the abrupt cuts when they do that because like Sonjay Dutt's coming out now, but it like they do all the fireworks and then it abruptly cuts to inside the tunnel and Sonjay Dutt's music is playing.
It's seamless editing.
The original playa from the Himalaya, Sonjay Dutt. The best wrestler who's never been the X Division champion.
Has Jeff Jarrett ever been X Division champion? No.
Last week, here's Jim Cornette talking. A work stoppage means a check stoppage. He's talking about the LAX.
Yeah, this is from last week. And he said that if they want to continue, they can work at Jiffy Lube.
Oh shit!
I like how they have their own entrance.
Yeah,
They're coming
so
through.
okay. So Homicide is fighting, and they're coming through the. They went over the border crossing there near the Spanish announce table.
Wasn't there a team Border Patrol or something like that?
Yeah.
With like Morgan and Modest.
Yeah, we saw them very briefly.
Perfect fucking TV feud.
No, they already beat them up. We don't need.
Wait, they already wrestled them?
Yeah, didn't they already wrestle them?
Oh shit, I don't remember. Tell me it wouldn't be funny if they tackled LAX trying to go over the border.
Well, yeah, it'd be great. Sonjay Dutt and Homicide going right at it here. Standing moonsault.
For a 2 count up.
I also believe Moody Jack was doing their intros. Oh, In the Bag, Paparazzi Productions' latest film, will be airing in this episode. Holy shit, Homicide?
Oh
my god. Homicide just did a freaking crazy suicide dive, but he took out Hernandez because Sonjay Dutt sidestepped.
Technically, it's a tope. There's a somersault dive there by Sonjay Dutt on the LAX.
A couple replays of the Sonjay Dutt.
Homicide doesn't like to do just a regular suicide dive. He's got to do a fucking somersault as he's doing it.
It's pretty good.
It is. It's a different twist on it than seeing the same suicide dive every time. Hernandez getting involved, of course, but Homicide's not going to get a 3 count on that.
No. What does Jim Cornette think about this? I don't know if I give a shit.
Wow.
Dude, even hearing him in the highlight package, I'm like, ugh. He annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah, and the problem too is like we're gonna get probably almost on a weekly basis.
I know.
Like a 6-minute promo from him.
Is Homicide there? It is. Homicide was reaching for like someone's hand to help him leverage with the submission move, and like no one was there for like a minute.
Well, Conan's bum hip, it's probably gonna take him a minute to get there.
Right. Because I don't know if he went before this taping happened or not.
Well, I mean, either way, even if there's no pain, you can still have a bum hip.
No, he's better now. July 16th is Victory Road.
Just 10 days away. Falcon Arrow by Homicide, but Dutt kicks out at 2. Remember, like, a couple weeks ago when Homicide was like, I hate the creative direction, and, like, maybe I've made a mistake.
Yeah.
Because he missed, like, one taping. That was fun. Now he's just, involved in a major TV angle, clearly. Misses a frog splash, though.
Homicide needs to win this match, by the way.
Yes, he does.
Because
cleanly,
yes, because
springboard missile dropkick by Sonjay.
Because they kind of like the previous stuff with LAX, with the James Gang and stuff, they kind of ended up looking like jabrones.
Yeah. But
now I feel like with Hernandez being involved and stuff, I feel like we just gotta step this up to make it more serious.
Yeah. He needs. It's fine with it being competitive. That's fine, but he needs to win this.
Oh, nice moonsault. But it's a 2 count by Sonjay Dutt.
Oh, they're really driving home Victory Road.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, nice. Cutter. Is that it? No, I thought he got him right in the middle.
That was nice.
I don't even know what his finishing move is not the cop killer or the gringo killer. There's no. Oh, well, he's going for it right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you sure it's not? Because I think it is.
I don't know a lot of people that were taking that move.
It doesn't,
Standing slice spread by Sonjay. Oh, Conan distracting the referee. Here comes Hernandez.
Holy shit.
Just tossed him overhead. The suplex. Well, Homicide wins, but he doesn't win clean.
See, I don't like that only because I wish that Homicide picked him up and did a move still.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, wait a minute.
Slick Johnson,
who is wearing a black referee shirt.
He's got to stand out, dude. Black referee shirt and shorts. Okay, the ref has just been restarted.
Oh, he's just restarting. Not reversing.
Oh, wait.
Okay, well, that should be a disqualification.
Maybe it's a no. Oh, okay, there you go. The bell just rang. It is.
Now it's a disqualification. He restarted the match, and then Hernandez just stomps Sonjay. He's like, well,
and immediately does a DQ.
That's funny. Oh, no. The chair is involved. Sonjay's head has been placed on the chair. Here comes Ron Killings. He's going to save. Cleaning house.
Truth.
Well, that I believe I had said before, like I'm sure Ron and Sonjay are gonna team up to face these guys because Conan even mentioned
he called them both out in the same sentence.
Yeah, so that pretty much should solidify that.
Oh, Zbyszko out here yelling at Slick. Larry, just relax. Don't be afraid of a hair match. I'm not the one who's going to be bald, you idiot. What? I'm going to show you how good you're going to look bald.
If this guy comes back with an altered photo of Zbyszko being bald, why would you have the referee do that? Why would you? Why?
I don't know.
Why are we putting heat on fucking Slick Johnson? I don't get it. That's weird. Oh, we forgot to mention this. Cornette has disbanded Team Canada.
Oh, yeah, dude. I forgot about that.
So they're no longer a unit.
I don't know if that's really going to stay.
I don't know how that sticks. Like, they could still just be together.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't really had the best of luck as of late. But, yeah. Team Canada disbanded. Okay.
I'm all about opportunities. Oh, see, this is okay. So they're showing this backstage confrontation with Scott Moore and Team Canada and Jim Cornette. And Jim Cornette says in it, I'm going to give you a chance to stay together.
Yeah.
But I already have a major issue with the way that the shit is being booked. They just did this with the fucking title, dude. They did it for a pop. Okay, we're stripping the title. It's vacated. Next week, Jarrett, you're still champion for now. Last week, or whatever, 2 weeks ago at this point, Team Canada, you're not a team anymore. This week, oh, well, you guys can have a chance to stay together. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense, does it?
That doesn't make any fucking sense. Is it shitty, like, ideas that they just working with now, or is this, like, Jim Cornette's influence since he's been here? Because this is dumb as fuck.
No,
I don't know.
See,
that's where it's like, I don't know whose problem this is, because Cornette claims that he's not going to be creative, but I don't think we've had ideas this bad since before he was here.
the title thing, I don't feel like would be a Cornette move. This disbanding, and then hey, maybe you can be back together, could be.
Wait, Eric Young just ran out here. Oh, I'm going to lose my job. What do you think? You're getting fired? Oh, you're not getting fired. This could be a win-win situation for you. Forget you, Mike. Don, help me out. Oh, if you win the match, you can choose a title match of your own.
Hey, Slick here again.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There's your Dr. Larry Zbyszko photo.
God.
You tell me he just made that within 10 minutes?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so I have an issue again. So he's gonna help him pass it out. That's what they're doing. This is the second segment, kind of, right after that other match with Zbyszko stuff. They aren't even doing on the fucking house mic.
Right, so the live audience can't hear what they're saying.
They have no idea, and you can barely hear it in the camera.
I don't understand the focus on Slick Johnson. I don't know why we're doing that.
I don't know, dude.
Although you said he was like angling to be a manager.
Right. Okay, Shane Douglas in the Naturals segment here. Your opponents could give a shit if you're tired. He's like just screaming at him. This is reminding me of the Ultimate Warrior videos of him like yelling at the bands.
Oh, geez.
Have you ever seen those?
I think so, yeah.
They're so crazy.
I mean, they're just doing push-ups.
Look at Christy kneeling in the tunnel. Sting's coming out tonight.
Christy Hemme, one of my favorite women wrestlers.
Let me give you some notes. Because what the fuck are we watching? So I guess it's kind of like I don't know if we've realized this yet or not, but apparently Jarrett is not going to be wrestling at Victory Road at all. I think it's kind of clear since they're doing the 4-way, but it's official. He's not wrestling.
Who would even be an option?
Okay, they're just flying through the card right now, by the way.
They just promoted basically the Fatal 4-way and then Raven Zbyszko there.
And there's the 6-man tag team title match.
Oh, right.
Oh, look, here's the Rhino promo where he was like, I'm staying with TNA from the UWF show.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because we don't have a dress code.
Oh man, I made that
Yeah,
decision. Anyways, I got a funny one
the
for
way
you.
that camera was positioned, the way that this camera is positioned right here is an ECW promo. Fucking if I've ever
Absolutely,
seen it. Jesus
absolutely.
Christ.
The Orlando Centennial ran an article on July 2nd about Brother Ray's Fawn Feather Spawn Salon in the city, which he partially owns. There are pedicures, drinks, and happy hour on Friday nights, and he said the spa caters to pro athletes. Did you ever know that Brother Ray partially owned a salon?
No, I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it's a good one. Rhino says he's crazy. Oh wait, I have a Bobby Roode note. We just saw Bobby Roode. Regarding the Bobby Roode and Tracy Brooks tandem that we wrote about last week, that was the plan and is likely still the plan, but it's always been more long term as opposed to the next few weeks. And when it comes to long term ideas, a million things can get in the way.
Right. Well, that's
Here comes the alpha male, Monty Brown.
Tracy Brooks. So she would have gone from Michael Shane to Bobby Roode.
Ooh, ah.
So, hey, it's Kenny King.
Oh, I thought he was coming out. I didn't realize he was in the ring already.
Oh, he's in the ring.
And
But
great,
so is
Slick
Slick
is there.
Johnson. For a third consecutive segment, we've got Slick Johnson involved. Oh man. I don't know why is he wearing the black shirt?
He's trying to stand out, dude, which is interesting because he already did in the shorts.
Yeah,
Whoa!
I don't like it.
Look at that counter by Kenny King.
Kenny King would be he would go on to be on the Bachelorette.
Oh, he wasn't at this point yet?
No, he wasn't on the Bachelorette till like 2019 or something like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Way down the road. And I don't think he technically gets eliminated. He leaves because of his daughter.
Oh, wow. So he could have won.
Yeah.
Oh, the pounce.
You know what? It's almost like Kenny tried to run past him to not take that, and then he still got it.
Dude. Wow. He's done.
He's out.
3. That's it. Whoa.
Round with the dub. Hoo-ah.
By the way, if you're following along with us, we're 19 minutes and 47 seconds into today's show, and Monty Brown has grabbed a microphone. It's going down. Hunting season is officially open. Oh, is he calling out Samoa Joe? He's going for the big game, the big hunt. Like you, Rhino. Oh, okay. So he's calling a few people out here. Like you, Christian. And even you, Jeff Jarrett. And Scott Steiner. And I haven't forgotten about you either. Sting. You all shall fall to the alpha male with the pounds. Period. Okay, so he's just essentially made an open challenge to everyone that he just said, which is quite the challenge there. Backstage with Scott Steiner and Jeff Jarrett. Why the fuck does Scott Steiner not have his sunglasses on? He looks very weird. Big bad booty daddy. The worst possible scenario for TNA is that if I regain the world title. Well, your Stinger, your worst nightmare came true. Oh, Scott Steiner put his glasses on. We're good now.
That's when he gets serious. Is when he puts his glasses on.
Dude, he looked so weird without him. Okay, so Scott Steiner is going to take care of Christian Cage. Jarrett's going to make sure Sting gets thrown out of the building tonight. Every time that fat bastard looks me in the eye. Oh, JB was just like, oh, so it's going to be you and Jeff for the title. And they both stop, and he goes, stop trying to drive a wedge between us. Here we go, dude. I Spy, Paparazzi Productions. We're back from commercial. The old body bag. And there's Jenny Devine, of course, which it's official, by the way. They are being paired up. We saw them come out together.
Well, I was gonna say he was a Team Canada guy.
He was, but they came out together. What, last week?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, we're gonna pull something out the wrestling fans haven't seen in 2 weeks. Humiliation. It's in the bag. Oh, Johnny Devine and Alex Shelley start clapping. They love the idea. To be continued tonight in the Impact Zone. Now, Bob, interestingly enough, a funny note about Alex Shelley, that T-shirt that they just had on, the I Spy,
yeah,
that he hated. Well, it's not one of the company best-selling pieces of merchandise.
I'm not surprised by that.
So he hated it, and now it's one of the best-selling shirts.
Here's the thing, though. Does he get any cut of that?
I don't know. Oh, wait, here comes Kevin Nash right now in the Impact Zone. And here's Paparazzi Productions, Alex Shelley, and Johnny Devine.
A shopping cart. Is somebody in the bag?
Oh, they're saying it might be that little person that...
Is it Sabin?
No. Hot news tonight. What, ladies and gentlemen, President Bush? Oh, they say they have Osama bin Laden in the bag. $25 million richer. 6 for you, 6 for you. You're splitting it 3 ways. Okay, there's unzipping the bag. Oh shit, it is Chris Sabin. Wait, Osama bin Sabin, and he's tied up. Devine and Shelley beating down.
They basically abducted Sabin, put him in a body bag, and then brought him to the ring to beat him up in front of the fans.
Crazy.
What ridiculous.
He'll never recover from this. Here comes Jay Lethal, though. Nash is out of there.
Yeah. First thing you notice is Nash is just gone.
Oh, nice heel kick by Lethal, taking out Shelley.
Oh,
that was nuts. He was supposed to do something else there, but
yeah. But it looked like he caught him with a knee right to the face.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're backstage now with Samoa Joe. The Road to Victory match. That's what they're calling that number 1 contender match. Speaking of Samoa Joe here, Joe Styles Daniels are apparently going to be booked moving forward that they are out of the X Division, and people like Senshi, Chris Sabin, P.D. Williams, Jay Lethal, and etc. will be pushed as the stars of the X Division now. So
I'm fine with that.
I think it makes sense. Stinger, you were the man. Oh no, Siri thought I was talking to her. No. I was talking about Sting, not Siri. Why is he in such a dark room, like in a t-shirt, an Affliction t-shirt?
Why do I feel like he's trying to seduce me?
It's because he's like looking like this.
Yeah.
You think I forgot what you did to me?
And he'll like bite his bottom lip and be like, Christian Cage. It's like, oh my God, are you attracted to him or what? What are we doing here? Yeah, dude. He's like softly talking right now. Okay, Joe.
It's about hurting you.
You've already done that. Oh my God, he's gonna make his children cry. What the fuck?
What is happening?
He's saying, Scotty, your kids are gonna wonder why you can't hold them anymore.
I will ground you, and I will pound you. So it is a seduction thing.
It's definitely sexual.
Yeah. Heading into our main event now. Well, here, during these entrances, I got 2 more quick notes. Let's just get them out of the way.
If anybody's been wondering about indie notes, by the way, I don't have any.
I was going to ask, so that's okay. Good enough.
I checked, and there was nothing. So.
Okay. Well, here comes Scott Steiner. But Dave says it may be a few weeks late for this, but TNA is going to try and push the fact that Incognito is studying to become a priest with the Nacho Libre tie-in.
Who?
Incognito. We saw him like once at the pay-per-view, didn't we, or something? Get the mascot.
Oh, for the World Cup?
Yeah.
They're trying to do a tie-in with that?
I guess. We'll see.
What the fuck?
We'll see.
Okay.
And the final note, which is like barely a note as it is, but plans are for the Bound for Glory show on October 22nd is going to be promoted as the biggest show in TNA history, and they may even start pushing bumpers for it in the next week or 2. So we're going to be pushing it in July. Like, hey, October is going to be big.
See, now that's dangerous because
I know.
If you do, let's say they do it the week after Victory Road. To me, as a viewer, if you're pushing Bound for Glory, why am I buying the August and September show?
Yeah.
Because clearly something big is going on in October if you're pushing it like that.
Right. Jarrett, you can't even see him because he's just standing inside of his little smoke thing.
He loves that. I'm the star. I'm the chosen one.
I get all the pyro. I get all the smoke. I'm the champion again.
I mean, I will say, Jeff does look great.
Absolutely.
I will say that. He's got the tan. This isn't going to be a Starrcade 97 situation.
Well, the title looks really good on him.
It does look. It does. That's
like really good.
It does. It does.
I don't know if there's any wrestler I can think of that I like and dislike as much as Jarrett. Like, I like Jeff Jarrett, but damn it, I hate him too. Damn it.
Yeah. I'll pre-order his ringside.
I already did.
Right, but I fucking hate him.
I fucking hate that Jeff Jarrett. Yes, maybe I have a smashed guitar hanging on the wall behind my computer here, but fuck him.
Oh, man.
Here comes Christian Cage. Christian Cage, who casually wrestles in turtlenecks in 2024, just posted a picture on like his Instagram or something of him planking with like his shirt off, and he's fucking shredded.
Of course he is.
Only Christian Cage would be in ridiculous good shape and then be like, I'm gonna wrestle in a turtleneck.
Yep. It's good for him. He knows what he's doing.
For the peeps.
And we're recording this on Father's Day, which is, as it turns out, a pretty big day for Christian.
Right.
He's a father of many people now.
Well, he had a Father's Day special at Collision. He was like, yeah, he like hosted it or something. Essentially, they were like, he's got a special Father's Day message. I haven't watched the full show yet, but he made like a comment to Nick Wayne that was like, the best thing to ever happen to you is your dad dying, so that we could get closer to each other.
Oh my.
or something like that. I was like, oh, and his mom's in the ring and everything. I'm like, holy shit.
Only in wrestling could somebody say that, and then the person on the receiving end of that being like, that's a good line. Use it. It doesn't bother me. Sure, make a joke about my husband who's dead or my dad that died. Yeah, great.
And then I saw there's like a shirt or like there's a painting must have been revealed of like his mom, Nick Wayne's mom, and she's got this like huge ass in the picture.
I think I saw somebody comment about that on Twitter, but I didn't see the picture.
I was like, oh, we're doing that now.
I can't remember. Well, here's the thing. Christian is not married.
Oh
Anymore.
no, you're right. No, he's not.
Is he banging Nick Wayne's mom?
Might as well be.
Might be. You never know. Certainly not in 2006 because he's married at this point.
He's married here. He's not doing it here.
As we remember, Father James Mitchell and Abyss were stalking his wife. Oh, Sting threw his jacket at Sting. Oh, now we're going on the floor. Cage and Jarrett brawling while Sting and Steiner are going at it as well. So Jarrett is probably going to get his brawling in the crowd in with the bingo card. Oh, on the announcer's table, is the table going to break?
No. There's no way.
Literally made of metal, so that's just not going to happen. Sting has Steiner's like metal headdress, and he put it on. And why would he put it on? Oh Lord. Okay. That's ridiculous. Sting put the metal headdress on and then just punched Steiner. Why wouldn't he just headbutt him? Anyway, Sting and Steiner are kicking off the match legally in the ring. Sting with the elbow strike. But Steiner tried for a clothesline in the corner and got met with a boot to the face. And another one.
We've had some awfully big matchups on Impact, but
A drop kick.
look at the star quality in this one.
I don't think this would be deemed the biggest main event in TNA history, right?
Star quality, dude. Sting, Steiner, Jarrett, Christian.
I don't know, man. The oversell is a little cringy. This is a pay-per-view match. I mean, I'm not paying for it.
Pay-per-view quality.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be paying for it.
You'd consider because of the quality.
Even if there was like the replay, even if I knew it was like a 5-star match, and they're like, watch the replay on Tuesday. Like, nah, I'm good.
No, I'm okay. I don't have to do that.
Sunset flip here by Christian off the middle rope. Jarrett kicks out.
Well, Rudy Charles is a ref, so I expect that we'll see Slick again in this one.
Rudy's getting knocked down.
I'm sure at one point, yeah.
Did a powerbomb by Cage for a 2 count. Yeah, he's Rudy and Andrew Thomas are the two guys that are for sure always going to get knocked down.
They're like known to be knocked out. Oh my God. Jarrett just pushed Christian off the top rope and he front flipped to the floor.
It almost seemed like as if Cage was trying not to do that.
That was brutal, dude. He
His
fucking
momentum
splatted on
made
the
him.
ground. And then Jarrett just used a chair to the back and like jabbed him with it. Here you go, Bob's favorite move. Boom. Oh, he's doing it again.
Twice. Oh,
Slide
no.
out. Boom.
He just did the boss man punch.
Steiner's in now with Christian. We're at 36 minutes, 22 seconds.
Elbow drop.
Okay, so Rhino, Jay Lethal, Team 3D versus Team Canada next week. So that is where we will see if they are going to stay together as a team or if they will disband.
Okay, well, Rhino makes sense for Rude. Lethal for PD. And Team 3D for A1 and Young.
Yeah, I guess so. I keep thinking about how stupid it is that our authority figure is like, you guys are disbanded, and then 2 weeks later he's like, you know what? Then you can have a chance to not be. It's like, what? It was your decision.
Well, maybe he realized, I could be sued.
Maybe I jumped the gun.
Yeah.
See, the man of second
Second
chances.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't fucking noticed. Trust me.
Steiner cuts off Cage with the boot to the midsection. Now he's taunting Sting, like, come and get it, big boy.
Boy.
He's pummeling Christian. Here comes Jarrett. Nope. Christian avoids the double back suplex. Double reverse DDT.
Reverse double DDT.
Sting is ready for the tag. Tag him. Come on. There we go. Lean in house. Typical Sting. It's showtime. Uh-oh.
Oh, Sting counters that clothesline in the corner. Then he just kicks Scott Steiner.
Jarrett just stayed in the
Yeah,
corner.
what? Oh, here we go.
He's still
Because
just...
Stinger splash.
Maybe Jarrett's tired. He has been wrestling a lot over the last couple of years. Oh,
Here you go. So you throw Steiner.
stumbled.
Stinger splash.
Scorpion Deathlock. Turns him over. He's got Jarrett. Oh, but Steiner come over. Atomic drop by Sting. Clothesline Steiner over the top to the floor. Hits his face on the apron. Gotta love doing that.
Oh, low blow. Oh, we're going for the stroke.
Yes. Pin him.
We hit it. Christian just pulled out Rudy Charles. Oh, shit.
Rudy hitting the floor kind of hard there.
Oh, my God. Scott Steiner going after Cage now, right reversed right into the post. Scott Steiner down. Oh, Jarrett pokes Christian in the eyes after he's on the rope here. Stroke. Are we going to see it? No, Christian is biting the face. Oh, pushed him off. Scorpion death drop. Stinger's going to go for the cover, but no. Frog splash by Christian Cage. Now the cover.
Wow.
Nice. That wasn't a bad main event.
I mean, there was a little bit of a lull, but it could have been a lot worse.
Compared to what we would normally see, I feel like that was not bad.
Yeah.
Sting and Christian Cage, they put their differences aside to work together as a team. You deserve this, guys. Wait, yeah. Steiner's in the ring with the title? Oh, he just nailed Christian with it. Nailed Sting with it.
Oh, man.
Look at Steiner holding the title up. Throws it down. Jarrett does not look thrilled. Largest arm, shortest fuse, and the fuse just snapped. Steiner recliner on Christian. Jarrett going after Sting. Here comes Samoa Joe wearing shorts and an Infliction t-shirt. What a look Samoa Joe has here. I don't think he's in his gear for the next set of the part of the taping to wrestle, I'm sure, but... Okay, we're going to the crowd now, everyone. Sting is in the crowd with Jarrett. Oh, he just put him through the fucking wall. Samoa Joe and Steiner going through the tunnel. Oh, Joe got pushed into it there by Steiner, who then throws him down the tunnel. Jarrett gets put through another part of the wall. Joe and Steiner getting pulled apart. Christian in the ring with the title. I love the idea that everyone else is fighting. Christian's just like, ooh, gold.
What the?
You're a cancer, and I will remove you, Jarrett. And he locks him in the Scorpion Deathlock. And that's it. We go off the air, but we're getting a little hype for the Team Canada match we talked about. Win and everything fine, and lose, and Team Canada is disbanded. Wow. This is pretty interesting.
Why?
Oh, my brother. I think it's just that, like...
It's from, like, an ad,
Yeah.
but I don't know why they would...
I don't know. Anyways, we're off the air. Bob, what do you think of that episode of Impact?
I'll give it a mild thumbs up.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. And honestly, for me, some of those weird segments in the middle is what killed me. If it wasn't for those, I actually enjoyed the show pretty well overall.
Way too much slick.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Way too much. But I will say I do like that we have a match made for next week. We have stuff we're leading to. The Monty Brown stuff, if I didn't think it was going to lead to absolutely nothing, I'd be more and more excited about it. The LAX stuff is exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing how we move forward with that. So, yeah, I agree. It's a thumbs up for me.
Yeah, and anytime we can get a heavyweight main event and it actually has a clean finish. I mean, Jarrett taking a clean pinfall loss has to be noted there. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, good show overall. Next week is the go home show before Victory Road. So be sure to join us for that episode where we already know, I would imagine the main event is going to be Team Canada looking to remain a unit as they go against Jay Lethal, Rhino, and Team 3D. So will Team Canada disband, or will they continue along? We will find out next week. Until then, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Across the Line podcast.
Orgullosamente Latino hasta la muerte y después. Worldwide Latino pride, the ambassadors of violence. LAX, K-Dog, the notorious 187 Homicide. Bang the dang, the dang, dang. Don't say nothing. Bang the dang, the dang, dang. We be dumping. Bang the dang, the dang, dang. Just act like you know, and homie, stop rocking through stomping. I'm from Miami, not Compton. Down with the essays in the 6-4 hopping. To my Boricuas in the 787. And those up in Brooklyn pulling 211. I come through stomping, rolling in my low top chucks, making sure you suckers feel me every time we bust. Shackled up like a nut, going 5150. G'd up in the feet up, creased up in some dickies. I rap a lot, like the label out of Houston. Sneaky like the clucker in the shop, straight boosting. To all my gente down in Juarez. Cálmate un momento, paisa, no dispares. Put it down from Killer Cali to the MIA. Ask the homie Crazy K, yo man, that boy don't play. It's in my NIAK, putting it down all day. Representing Southern Cali, get in my way, you'll get sprayed. We be dumping. Bang the dang, the dang, dang. Don't say nothing. Bang the dang, the dang, dang. We be dumping. Bang the dang, the dang, dang. Just act like you know, and homie, stop fronting. We be dumping. Bang the dang, the dang, dang. Don't say nothing. Bang the dang, the dang, dang. We be dumping. Bang the dang, the dang, dang. Just act like you know, and homie, stop fronting. Through the hood, not strolling,
ain't no time to fake the funk, man. You suckers ain't knowing it's the KDOD in the place to be. Put it down like Rey Mysterio representing SD.
Don't act stupid and act like you know. Make your body bend and face touch the flow. Political with a ghetto pass, and when we step on the scene, watch the cameras
So
flash.
take a stick with real gangsters that are known to ride. It's K Diggity Diggity Dog and the homie Homicide. Live in direct from SD, out here putting it down. The no G from Carroll City representing his town.
Aw, damn, here we go again. A Cuban, Puerto Rican, and those crazy Mexicans. From shiny chrome swings to shiny chrome rims. A violent superhero in a black rim.
We be talking, bang the